Hello everyone. Our topic for today is dealing with anxiety. My name is Rabab Alma. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist and international life coach. Just as a disclaimer, these lives are meant to be for general information only. They are not meant to be for medical or professional advice, and they don't replace professional help or therapy. So we want to talk about anxiety. Anxiety, depression, they're all related. But we want to focus today on dealing with anxiety. And the focus is also mainly on how to help yourself, how to manage what's going on inside of us. So when dealing with anxiety, we want to identify first the source of anxiety. What is it in our life that's causing that? What is the source? What is the reason? We want to identify it clearly and specifically. We want to determine if this worry is able to be solved. Is it going to be resolved now, in the long term? Is it temporary? How it's going to be resolved? So we want to determine that and decide that. We want to also consider all the scenarios and think about the worst case scenario. How are we going to manage the worst case scenario if it's all possible? We want to see all the scenarios. Try to prepare for the best, or expect the best and prepare for the worst, and see how you're going to deal with that worst case scenario. Also, we want to accept uncertainty. So sometimes, like, we have something in our life and we can control certain part of that issue, but there are certain things that we cannot control, and we need to accept that. We need to accept that certain things are out of our control, and we leave it to our Creator. We do our best and just surrender the rest, because it's out of our control, and there is no need or there is no use of worrying if we cannot really resolve it and it's out of our hand. So we want to also think about the use of our worry. Is it really helpful to worry? What is this worry or anxiety serving us? Usually anxiety is stemmed from fear. We're afraid of something. Fear of the consequences, fear of losing something, fear of something happening. So we want to pinpoint that fear. I want to try to rationalize it and think about it. We want to also think about the positives and the negatives. Sometimes when we are in the midst of something, we sometimes focus only on the negative part of it. But we want to think of both aspects. Everything has pros and cons. So we want to see what is it that's positive about this, and what's that negative about it. And how are we going to deal with the negative if we can. And if not, then it's out of our control. We want to also avoid the all or none thinking. There are a lot of gray areas in between. So think about a compromise. Think about if you are able to maybe accept the one of the gray areas. So that can be also helpful. You also want to think about, sometimes when we are worried, like something is happening, or we're afraid of something, or traveling, going somewhere, doing something, taking a new step in our life, applying for a new job, losing a job, whatever it is, then we think about it as a catastrophe. We want to try to be objective and look at it. Is it really a catastrophe? So we want to reevaluate. Changing the mindset, it helps a lot, because sometimes we are so sucked in the negativity and we cannot see beyond that. It's important to think it rationally, or sometimes to put our emotions aside. So we don't want to be reactive. Are we being too emotional? It's okay to have emotions, but we don't want our emotions to make the decision on our behalf. So it's okay to express our emotions, to talk to someone, write it down, do something about it, express them. But we don't want to have these emotions to make that decision on our behalf. Then it's not going to be a sound decision. It's going to be an emotional decision. We want to also think about things. Are we taking everything personal? Or are we looking at this issue from a personal perspective instead of being objective about it? So I think sometimes it's important to brainstorm with someone, talk about with a friend or someone close to you, or sometimes to seek a therapist and a coach. Because sometimes we are sucked in, we go on a spiral, and we don't know how to get ourselves out of it. So it's important to be objective and to think about things from an objective, not an emotional point of view. There are certain things that can ground us and calm us down. And I talked about that in my previous lives, and I continue to do so because I think it's very important. It's part of our self-care. We want to breathe deeply. Like, for instance, when you are so stressed out and you want to take time to take 10 deep breaths, 5 in, you count to 5 in and then 7 out, and you hold it. Take it, count to 5 when you breathe in, and hold it for 5 seconds, and then count to 7 when you exhale. This helps to calm the mind down, the racing mind, and help us to focus on the moment and calm everything down inside of us. This will help us to think rationally. Also, meditating or praying, reflecting, going to a calm place, imagining yourself in your favorite place, and try to do this guided meditation with breathing in and out. This will help you think clearly and clear your mind. Also, we talked about healthy diet. This impacts our thinking, our system. It helps us to think actually clearer. Taking magnesium supplement. Of course, I'm not a doctor, and you want to consult with your professional doctor on if it's okay for you to take magnesium. But magnesium helps with anxiety in some cases. Also, sometimes herbal remedies and some homeopathic supplements can help. All of this, sometimes drinking green tea, whatever calms you down. Listening to soft music. If you are a spiritual person, you may use some spiritual approaches to calm yourself down. Praying, supplication at night, whatever it is that can help you to calm yourself or calm the situation or think rationally about what's going on in your life. You know, the main issue is for you not to be alone, not to suffer alone, not to think that you are in it alone, struggling alone. When we think that we are alone, then the problem exacerbates and we become overwhelmed and things become worse. Finally, reaching out to a therapist, talking to someone professional. Sometimes it's good to talk to family and friends, but those people are invested emotionally in us. So sometimes they can't or they don't give you a neutral opinion. Sometimes you need someone who's professional, who is not connected to us emotionally, who will give us a neutral, objective opinion. Having that person outside of our circle can help us immensely in looking at things differently, changing our mindset, taking us out of the comfort zone, thinking differently. So in terms of helping ourselves and in terms of our mental health, we need to take charge of it. No one can help us except for ourselves. We need to take that step. We need to take our power back. Instead of feeling hopeless or helpless or powerless, we need to gain all of this back, to take responsibility and to own it, power deep inside, that you can change your situation. You are able to do it. And you can. Everyone can. We just need to take that first step, to make a decision, whether to change our lifestyle, seek a therapist, change whatever make us unhappy, be more spiritual, take care of our social life, change whatever we need to change to feel better. Because the bottom line is, it is our responsibility to be happy. And we need to be happy from within, not from without. So if we are looking for someone else or something else to make us feel happy, then we are not really looking in the right direction. We need to look from within. Take our power back. Be in charge of our own life, our own happiness. Make that difference in your life by seeking help, changing your lifestyle, and taking the right decision for what's making you happy and what's going to make a difference in your life. I hope that you like this video, and if you like it, hit like and share it. Someone needs to hear it. Maybe this video or this live will help someone. Maybe someone needs to hear that. We need to reach out to people, and we need to spread the hope, awareness. We want people to feel happier, and we want to extend that. We want to reach out to people and instill that hope that you can help yourself. You can get out of what you're feeling, or whatever anxiety or misery that you're feeling. You can get yourself out of it, definitely. Just try to seek the help and take care of yourself. Practice self-care, and I wish you all a very nice evening. Like this video, share it, and until I see you next time, have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Bye.